Mr. Speaker, the Parliamentary Budget Officer is reporting that Canadian households actually carry the highest debt load in the G7. And they say this is of concern because it actually creates a situation where Canadians are more vulnerable to economic shocks, like losing their job. Now, this applies, Mr. Speaker, to Canadian households. It also applies to our country. Who is going to max out our country's credit cards on a spending spree? It's going to be the Finance Minister, Mr. Speaker. And why is this government abandoning any fiscal sense in the form of common sense?
The honourable parliamentary secretary to the Minister of Finance.
Monsieur le Président, je remercie mon honorable collègue. Le gouvernement veut s'assurer que la situation financière des ménages demeure solide et que leur niveau d'endettement est gérable. Nous surveillons évidemment ce ratio, le ratio du service de la dette des ménages et beaucoup d'autres indicateurs. Monsieur le Président, le gouvernement a dernièrement pris une mesure afin d'aborder la vulnérabilité et les risques éventuels futurs des secteurs du logement en exigeant des mises de fonds supplémentaires. C'est la façon de travailler pour faire croître la classe moyenne, Monsieur le Président. Merci.
The honourable member for Milton.
This can't be a situation of do as I say, not as I do. They are clearly saying that there's a problem with respect to Canadian household debt, but they're failing to recognize that there's going to be a real problem with our country's debt if they're going to go on a fiscal spending spree. Mr. Speaker, one way to figure out what's going on in the country is to have Finance Committee pre-budget consultations as per the mandate of a parliamentary committee. None are on the horizon, Mr. Speaker. Very simple question for the government. Yes or no? Are we going to have a Finance Committee pre-budget consultation?
L'honorable secrétaire parlementaire au ministre des Finances.
Speaker, I'm very happy to report that with the Finance Minister, we went from coast to coast to coast. We met with thousands of Canadians. Canadians have asked us to invest in innovation, productivity, look at infrastructure and export. I'm pleased to report to this House that thousands of people have also made submission online. More than 120,000 people have interacted with us online. I'd like to say, Mr. Speaker, Canadians want us to invest in the economy, and that's exactly what we're going to do for Canadians.